Hi, this is Lindsay from Essential Living. Thanks for joining me this evening. Today, we're going to talk about a subject that is really difficult for me. I only have a couple things that I absolutely hate in life, and those are snakes, sinkholes, feet touching my feet. I just hate the feeling. I also hate couscous on the bottom of my feet too. Ugh, just gross. And lice. Like, even talking about lice makes me want to scratch my arms off and vomit pretty much at the same time. So, we're going to battle it today because, guys, lice are out there. They're in your classrooms, they're on their playgrounds, they hopefully are not in your kids' hair or your hair. But what I'm going to do for you today is help you to fight off those lice. I'm going to help you prevent them. And I'm going to help you, what else? Number one, we're going to prevent the lice from happening, from even getting onto your hair and attaching. Second, if you are exposed, I'm going to give you extra preventative measures so that you have an extra buffer. And number three, if those buggers happen to attach onto your hair, I have a foolproof plan to get rid of them without, number one, using harsh chemicals, and number two, having to go to one of those special lice places. I had a friend of mine that went to one of those and it was like $1,600. So I'm going to save you a lot of money in the process. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and get on my Licinator hat. Here I go. This is so fun. There we go. Hi, Jen. How are you? I have my Licinator hat on. Okay, so Jenny just joined, so I'm going to go over this one more time. I'm Lindsay from Essential Living. Today I'm going to help you prevent lice. We're going to prevent lice. We're going to give you some extra protection if you've been exposed to lice. And number three, if you actually have lice, I have a foolproof plan for you. All right, so let's get started. I'm going to go ahead and take off my hat now, though, so it's not distracting. Here we go. It is kind of fun, though, huh? And you can kind of make it disappear. Wait, no. Oh, okay. All right, so I'm going to take that off. I might put it back on just for fun later. Okay, so first, preventing lice. I'm going to make an anti-lice spray. And this spray you can use in your kids' hair every single day, even your own hair if you work around kids. First, you're going to need a 2-ounce spray bottle. You can get this at Amazon or any health food store. Now, if you get this at Amazon, it usually comes in bulk, but I think that's perfect because all the concoctions I'm going to show you how to make, you're going to need more than one spray bottle. All right, so spray bottle. 2, you're going to need tea tree oil. This is the magic ingredient. Now, it's really important that you get a high quality essential oil. If you want to talk brands, feel free to message me and I will let you know which ones I love and which ones I don't. Okay, and number 3, you need distilled water. Now, this is a huge, huge jug. You don't need this much. I do because I use it all the time. But you can just get this at any regular store. All right, and why do we use distilled water? Because if you use regular water and you leave it in one of the spray bottles, it can get moldy and grow a lot of bacteria. So distilled is really important. All right, so let's make our concoction. Okay, so first I take my spray bottle, open it up. I'm gonna add the tea tree. So I'm gonna go ahead and add about 6 to 8 drops. Hi, Carolyn. How are you? All right, so guys, as we're going to make sure that you hit that like button and send me comments and questions because it's a lot of fun interacting with you guys while I'm doing this. Okay, so I'm probably going to spill this all over myself. Ready, go. Okay, now I'm filling it with distilled water. And a couple people just joined, so my previous step, what I did is I filled my glass bottle with 6 to 8 drops of tea tree, and then I just added the distilled water. And voila! Hey girl! You have your lice spray. All right, so I'm gonna ask more of my lovely assistant, I'm gonna show you how to apply it. And this is her. I was going to have one of my kids do this, but they're tired and they're in bed. So we have Samantha, the American doll. So this is what you do. You're going to spray. Hi, Becky. How are you? You're going to go ahead and spray the back of the neck like this. One spray is all it takes. And the reason that I want to go to the nape of the neck is that's where the lice like to attach, those little buggers. So we want to make sure we get in this area. Another tip I have for prevention is even if you haven't been exposed, I've just actually been sending my kids, and Becky, I know you do this too because you have the most amazing hairstyles on your kids. I send them with their hair up. Hair up just makes it less likely for those lice to attach. Okay, so for those of you who just came, I just made my lice spray with 6 to 8 drops of tea tree oil, and then I just filled it with distilled water. Easy peasy. Now, second thing, let's say that you have been exposed to lice. So there's an outbreak in your school. Becky, you're a teacher. I was a teacher once, and I happened to look down at one of my students, and I can't even explain what was going on down there, but it was disgusting. And so I immediately went home, and this is what I did. All right, so this time, you're gonna go ahead and take your tea tree oil, same thing, and you're gonna add a couple drops to your shampoo. Super easy. Now, if you don't want to add it to the whole bottle and use it every day, I would recommend that you just put a couple drops into a dish, add your shampoo, and then wash your hair with it and wash your kids' hair with it. Simple, easy. You know, it does have a rather strong smell, but you know what's worse? Lice. Yes. Okay, so that's my first preventative measure. Third, so now we made the lice spray, we have our preventative measures just in case we're exposed. Now let's say those buggers have attached to your hair. Ugh, and this is the part that just really creeps me out. I have a foolproof plan where you need to use chemicals, and you can do away with those expensive salons that go and pick through your kids' hair. What you do is you take about 10 drops of tea tree oil and you add it to a glass dish, because we never want to use plastic with our essential oil. So just add it to another glass dish, fill it with some coconut oil, and you're going to actually work through the hair. Now, I'm not actually going to do this tonight because I have plans tomorrow and my hair would be super oily, but if I had lice, you best be sure I would be doing this. Okay, so what you're gonna do is work it into the hair, the tea tree and the coconut oil. Just really, really get it in the scalp. And then I would put my hair up, cover it, leave it for 4 hours. And then when you're done, now this is the most disgusting part of this entire video, go and purchase, you can get them at CVS or Walgreens, these lice combs, okay? And there's one for actual lice, and there's one for the nits. So first, it says the directions on there, but first you would comb through the hair using the lice comb. And then for the nits, and you would really actually part the hair and go through each and every part. This will help you get all the dead lice off, and you can throw them in the garbage. Another thing I highly recommend, which as many of you know, I've had many instances where I've had lice, hence my fear. You have to take all your bedding, anything that's touched your face, all your clothes, they love to stick on clothes, and put them in big garbage bags, and it's more than a couple hours, okay? We're talking a day or two. Another thing I recommend, if you don't have that kind of time, I mean, who has time to have their bedding in a plastic bag for 2 days? Put it in the wash, and there's a hot cycle, and sometimes there's a sanitized cycle on your washer. Do that. Add some tea tree in there, and that will knock those lice dead. All right, so now I'm going to open it up for any questions that you may have or comments. So we'll give it a couple minutes here. I may repeat myself a couple times just because we had a couple people just join us. And I wanted to remind you, if you missed this video and you want to see it, I'm going to go ahead and post it on Facebook tomorrow through YouTube, and you can watch the entire thing. Maybe I'll go ahead and put on my hat too, because the hat is super fun. Here it is. the Licinator hat. Hilarious. Okay, so looks like we don't have any more questions or comments this evening. I want to encourage you to find me on Facebook at Essential Living. Join my group. I know, Becky, my head is itching too. Seriously, I have had probably 3 or 4 days of itchy head because I've been doing a lot of research for this and buying lice combs. Do you know how embarrassing it is to walk into CVS and buy lice combs? I mean, tampons, condoms, got it. Medication, but lice combs, like I was petrified I was gonna see someone, one of the moms from Jordan's class or something, and it was hilarious. I brought it home and John was like, do you have lice? And I was like, oh no, it's just for a project that I'm working on. So, yes. Hi Brittany, how are you? Good to see you. Okay, so that looks like that's it for tonight. If you don't have any other questions, I'm going to sign off. And again, this video will be posted on my Facebook site tomorrow. If you missed anything, you can go ahead and watch it then. And make sure you check out my article on dye-free Easter eggs. Super easy, super fun. We want to try to eliminate dyes as much as possible in our diet and our kids' diet. All right. Later from the Licinator. Hasta vista, Lice. I hope you guys have a good evening and we will talk soon. Okay, bye.